So if you are a politically aware, politically genius, just generally super smart guy like myself, one of the more interesting political trends that I've noticed on the right, especially, is the frequency with which um, they employ doublethink, especially in regards to a lot of their narratives and the way they perceive a lot of stuff. And pretty much what I'm saying to you is that that's the only reason why I read Orwell 1984 in the first place, is because I wanted to use all these cool, hip political terms like doublethink or fucking 2 minutes hate or whatever. That's is it 2 minutes? I forget how long the hate is. Newspeak, all that kind of stuff is it makes me feel cool and smart and woke. It helps me show other people that I'm cool, smart, and woke, which obviously, I've always been those things, but I had a hard time communicating that until I read 1984. But anyway, yeah, basically, what doublethink means, if you haven't read 1984, or if you didn't understand it because Orwell didn't explain it very well because he's a fucking dumbass. Uh, Basically, it's just holding two conflicting beliefs. Um, for example, in the book, um, there are people who run the government's basically censorship machines. Basically, they'll delete, they'll burn all that kind of shit, old books and newspapers that go against the current position the government has taken. And so these people are obviously aware that they are doing this, that they are literally being revisionists. But at the same time, they still have absolute faith in the party. They believe these new things that they have created, and they forget these old things that they have destroyed. Um, to a more contemporary right wing example, um, the narrative around Antifa, I guess, is a good one, where uh, on the one hand, they're portrayed as prissy, uh, whiny, triggered, college students who all live with their parents or whatever. But at the same time, they're more than happy to play the victim and say that they are, they're destroying free speech. They're trying to kill all white people and Christians and, stuff like that, which clearly contradicts their other narrative. One of the most interesting ones, instances of doublethink among the right that I've seen, is how it relates to gun control, because that obviously is a big thing at the moment. Because obviously, the stance of the right is guns are cool, guns are badass. We love the NRA. Is good. But historically, and even to a certain extent, in the contemporary times, they've been very against gun control. And actually, this is pointed out really well by a fucking College Humor sketch of all things, where basically it's an NRA commercial about how, hey, we need guns, and then basically a member of the Black Panthers shows up and is like, yeah, we need to arm my brothers, going into a big spiel, and the guy, the white NRA guys are like, yeah, and he's like, yeah, we need to fucking arm everybody and do that shit, and they're like, do we really need to do that and stuff, and having their, narrative about how we need an armed citizenry in case the government is oppressive, and how that really only applies to white people and stuff like that. Even though, ostensibly, it could just, it probably is meant to just be like, see, right wingers, you guys like gun control too, okay, so we're right, as opposed to actually being on the side of the Black Panther guy. But anyway, yeah, I hope this was kind of a weird video.